So how much would he save in a year? How could you figure that out?
55 times 12.
Okay. So we would do 55 a month, so 55 times 12. And that would tell us how much he's made in a year. And now then he's going to be doing this for how many years? So don't think about that. What if he was doing it for 10 years? What would I have to multiply this by?
12 times 10 times 55.
Uh-huh. So we would do 55 times 12 times 10, right? Because he did it for 10 years. What if he did it for 6 years? 55 times 12 times 6. What if he does it for X years? 55 times 12 times X. You follow? Just add like it's any other number, any other year. So we would do 55 times 12 times X, and then we could simplify this. So what is 55 times 12?
644.
I see you guys didn't grab a calculator on your way in when you put your phone up. That's okay. If you want to use your calculator, you can.
How did you know that?
He said what?
How did you know that?
I'm just smart like that.
It would be 550 plus 110. It should be 660, I think.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Let's calculate it with like the same one.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
I was only off by a few.
What'd you say it was?
644.
Yeah, just a few. You try to do a shortcut?
Yeah.
What'd you try to do in your head?
I multiplied 5 times 12 is 144, and 1 would be multiplied by 5. That's all that 500. 644.
5 times 12 is 60.
6?
12 times 12 is 144.
I am bad at math.
That's what I think. That's where you got messed up.
Dude, I thought you were like super short till now.
He was doing a good shortcut, but he
Used the wrong one.
multiplied wrong in his head.
I did not pass my multiplication table.
Okay. Who doesn't want an electric guitar? Okay, you're weird. The price of the guitar with tax is $2,240. If she can save $90 per month, how long will it take her to save up for the guitar? Does anybody have any ideas how we might could work this problem?
That number divided by that other one?
That's it. If we take the total cost, $2,240, and we divide it by how much she can save every month, and that should tell me how many months it will take her to save up that amount of money. So 2,240 divided by 90. Does anybody get the calculator? Done that? What'd you get?
24.88888888.
So how many months is it going to take her saving up?
Little over 2 years.
Yeah, so we could say a little over 2 years, or we would actually round that up, right, to be 25 months. This is one of those weird ones. If it's going to take you 24.1 months to save up for something, that actually doesn't round down to 24 because it's going to take more than 24 in money. So we always go to the next month. So even 24.1 months becomes 25 months because she won't have quite enough after 24. So she has to wait until the 25th month. The answer here, they left it as 24.9 approximately. And then they said it will take Heather 25 months to save for the guitar. And then we can view Heather's savings plan. Don't worry about that. Okay. Any questions here on this? Cost X dollars. And she can save Y dollars every month. Express algebraically the number of months it will take Heather to save for the guitar. Does that completely scare y'all off? Just because there's no numbers? What if I told you, dude, just like you did on the last question, do the exact same thing? So what's the total cost? total cost is X. And how much can she save per month? Y. So my final answer is X over Y. That's correct. X over Y. For me, if I ever got a problem like this, I would really just make up numbers to put in there to see. Well, if the guitar was $500 and she can save $250 a month, okay, then how long would it take her to have enough? It would be, this one would be 2, right? And so then I think, well, how did I come up with the 2 months? Well, I did 500 divided by 250. Well, then just work backwards then and say, but those weren't the real numbers. The real numbers were X and Y. Just plug those in there. So just give yourself a very real example and then go back and put the variables at the end. He goes and talks to a salesperson at the music store who suggests she buy the guitar on an installment plan. It requires a 15% down payment. The remainder, plus a finance charge, which is the interest she's going to have to pay, is paid back on a monthly basis for the next 2 years. The monthly payment is $88.75. So then the question is, what is the finance charge? So this kind of has a few steps to it. So how much did the guitar cost originally? If I look back to the last problem, it was $2,240. So that's the total cost of the guitar. We know in order for her to do this installment plan, she has to put 15% down immediately. So do you guys know how could we find 15% of this amount? We do. We multiply. So if the cost was $2,240 and she's having to pay 15% of that right now, we can do 2,240 times 0.15. Which I don't have a calculator, but let me do it. Let's see if I do it in my head. 224 and 112 is 336. Is that right? I'm trying to practice, get back in the swing of things. I haven't done mental math all summer, so this means she's going to have to pay $336 up front at the very beginning. Is that the only amount she's going to have to pay for the guitar, though? No. Then what else is she going to have to do? She's going to have to pay $88.75 every month for how many months? 2 years, which is 24 months. So she's paying $336, plus she's also going to be paying $88.75 24 times. So we're going to do 88.75 times 24. That would be 887 and a half, 16, 17, 7. I can't do that in my head. That one's too big. I quit. I give. Uncle. You have to pay an additional $2,130 over the next 2 years, which means how much is she going to pay for the guitar in total? If she paid $336 now, and over the next 2 years she pays $2,130, she's going to be paying $2,466 total. Does everybody follow that? So the question isn't how much is she paying in total. The question was, how much is her finance charge? So that means, what are they charging her in interest? So how much did the guitar cost originally? $2,240, if she could pay for it today. How much is she going to end up paying for it? $2,466. So how much more is she having to pay? That's essentially the interest she's having to pay for financing over 2 years. How could we find that? We could take 2,466 and subtract 2,240. If I do that, I'm going to get $226. Is is how much more she's having to pay in her finance charge, in interest. So now, what if the original price of the guitar was not $2,240? What if it was P dollars? And Heather paid 20% down on a 1-year installment purchase. And the monthly payment was W dollars. Express this finance charge algebraically. Okay, does anybody want to share what they got on this one?
About P over W times 3.
Not quite.
Would you do P times 0.20?
You would do P times 0.20.
And then would you do W times 12?
You would do W times 12.
And then would you do P times 0.20 minus W times 12?
Say that again. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Would you do P times 0.20 minus W times 12?
Not quite. So we need to add these because let's think about it. This is the 20% down that they paid, and this is the 12 months paying W. So what does this whole thing represent? This would be the total amount that she paid, that Heather paid. The down payment and the 12 monthly payments. So this is the total amount paid. Is the question, what was her total amount paid? Now the question is the same thing. What is the finance charge? So how did we find how much was charged in interest earlier? This is how much total was paid. We need to subtract it from what? The original price, which is P. So this would be acceptable. This actually will simplify. Because do I have like terms? The P's are like terms. So 0.2P minus P would be negative 0.8P.
I don't like that. I think we should just stop right there.
And I would be okay with that. If you could figure out to here, I would be perfectly happy with that. Okay. I was just showing you. If you're that next level, if you're him,
I'm not him.
okay, well then that's fine. Don't worry about it.